And we are now coming to the close of Module 2 of Get Traffic 3.0. By now, you pretty much know everything that I know about Facebook advertising. So in this video, we're just going to review a few things and I'm going to leave you with a couple of other ideas and opportunities that you can look for, as well as a few reminders. So Facebook advertising is still relatively new, and that means that there's still, lots of, interesting opportunities out there. If you see a great campaign in another medium, like maybe offline in direct mail, or maybe in a different traffic source, like in Plenty of Fish, or in Google AdWords even, or whatever, start paying attention to the advertising that you see around and the marketing that you see around. If you see a successful campaign in another place, become an affiliate and test it out on Facebook. Recreate it in your own style. If it's successful, if you sell anything with it, even if you don't break even as an affiliate, if it sells, just model it, recreate it in your own style with your own content in Facebook, and that can be kind of a lazy man's way to succeed with this stuff. There's a lot of opportunities there because many outstanding products just don't have a fan page. They're not marketing on Facebook. If that's the case, you can create one and you can create a community around their products and really carve out a nice niche for yourself. Just because you know Facebook and maybe the advertiser doesn't, or most of their other affiliates don't. So that can be cool. So I mean, this a good example of this is that Living Our Dreams guy. What do you think he did? He took that offer for Mind Movies, and created a fan page about it, basically, right? So here's some additional ideas for you. And we may have covered this before, and some of this stuff we might not have, but I just didn't know where else to put it, so I'm just kind of putting it in here at the end. You might want to try making a different appeal to women than you would for men. Is pink a good color for women? Maybe you should test that. Maybe try different images for women than you do for men. You could try making a different appeals to different age groups. More mature people may respond to certain things, and as opposed to maybe the younger crowd. Okay, experiment with different images and try that reveal tab hack. That's really cool. I'll keep you posted with how that goes for us. And I know I mentioned this before for sure, but experiment with 20,000 to 50,000, estimated reach, target groups first, and then try scaling that exact campaign, once you've got a successful one, into another target group, and pay attention and see what happens. Do a little bit of research ahead of time to make sure that that first group, that your target group that you're choosing, is a good one. But don't get stuck on it. Just keep moving forward. Like I said, what you want to be looking for is the white hot center of your target market, that group of people who are going to be the hyper responsives. And what's so interesting about this is that you can identify these groups of people. Maybe sometimes they already follow, maybe these are fans of a certain celebrity. And so if you bring something new or different to the table, or have focused on specializing in an area that maybe that celebrity hasn't, then you can tap into that existing group of people who are a good match for what you're doing. And that's one thing that just makes Facebook an interesting environment. We talked about testing images first, and remember, Facebook is kind of psychic. They can predict pretty quickly, within 3 or 4 hours, how well ads are going to do, so you don't have to let them run for a long time or anything before choosing a winner. So you can really test, quick. I just thought it was worth mentioning here at the end. This is just an observation that I've made, but there's kind of a weird dichotomy of marketing. First you need to learn to think like a marketer so that you can discover opportunities, so that your mind's open to where the opportunities are and that kind of thing. But then you need to unlearn that as fast as possible and learn to think like a fish, or learn to think like a customer, or a member of your tribe, however you want to put that. So you learn to think like a marketer or an entrepreneur so that you have the guts to risk failure by testing ideas out. But then you have to really eat, sleep, and breathe, knowing your customers so that you kind of know what they smell like. It's almost like you want to be able to read their mind. And so again, that's what makes this Facebook environment so great, is that you can get down in it and hang out with them and create relationships with them and ask them questions and get their feedback on things. Now lastly, if I didn't mention Facebook applications at least once, this presentation wouldn't have been complete. But unfortunately, this is something I haven't really delved into, but I want to. And that, my friend, that's a wrap. Send questions and I'll see you on the calls.